We are live. We live, everybody. Live and London session is coming up here pretty soon. But yeah, pretty soon London session coming up. Let me make sure we got the stream looking good here. All right, so got a sniper entry, everybody. Got a really good entry. Trading the NASDAQ. This is a 20 Apex funded accounts. And as you can see here, total P&L today, $437.60. Copy traded on 20 accounts. And you can see here is a PA account, but we have 19 more. So total 20 accounts, $437 and times 20. So we did that, and that's $8,740 on the Asian session. So I'm going to go ahead and go into the chart. Let me first set this up here. Let me see here. Let's get that right. And you guys, this particular entry, I saw it yesterday during the Asian session, and I missed it yesterday. So that similar setup showed up today, and I said, you know what? I'm not going to miss it today. So let me get this one here. Let me see. Hold up. Right one. All right. So this is the 1 minute chart here on the NASDAQ. So let me show you. I'll just start today. Okay, so my entry, and let me also go here real quick, everybody. Let me go to my. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of this, and let's. How can I make this? Okay, that should be there already. Okay, so let me show you here first on Tradeovate, and then I'll go over to TradingView to kind of explain my my entry. So let's flip back here. There we go. And no, that's the wrong one. What's going on with this thing? Hold up. Okay, here we go. All right, so here is the actual entry. You can see here. Now I try to get in here and here, and those were small losses on these two entries. I tried to get in here, and it wasn't quite the right entry. So I realized, like I said, the setup from yesterday was showing up again today in the Asian session. So these two, now these were for two minis. So I kind of pressed it a little bit. I pressed it a little bit today, two minis, and it worked out good though. But here is the first entry. So I got in down here at 24,000. The exact entry was 24,162.50 for the first mini, and the second mini was at 24,163.75. All right, so we have two minis, and the trade I closed out right here at 24,181. So we got about 20 points. 20-point move to the upside with two minis. All right. Okay, what's going on? Why is it? Okay, internet connection is kind of crazy. All right. So yeah, man, I got it for the micros, and I was like, man, it pulled back. So I got out like $70 earlier. Um, Tried again here, like I said, didn't quite work out. But these two entries, these were the sniper entries. Okay, so let's hop over here to let's make sure it's closed out. All right, let's make sure. All right, let's hop over here to Trading View, and I'll break down these two entries, and I'll also show you yesterday the same thing showed up. I said, man, the same thing showed up. Okay, so if we look here, so I got in, that was okay, so that's the 1 minute chart here, right? That's a 5 minute chart. Okay, so what I showed you on Tradeovate was the 5 minute chart. Now I'll start on that chart here too. On okay, so let's move this real quick and let me also get this straight. Let me see. Let's get this up some more. Um, 5 minute chart. So the entries were. Why is it? Okay, here we go. Man. So I got in here, and I got in here. Okay, these were the two entries right down here. But what I did was this. So, um, I saw that we weren't quite ready to head to the downside yet. All right, I thought we were right here. I thought we were going to flush down, but we didn't. We rebounded right here, kind of consolidated and came down. So once I saw us push up here, this leg right here, once we pushed up here, I said, you know what? We're definitely not quite ready to go down yet. So what I did was I dropped down to the 1 minute time frame. Okay, so let me just mark my entries right here. Okay, this was the first one, and this was the second one here. Now let's drop down to a 1 minute time frame. Okay, so here we go. Let's move that over here. So what I saw was the sweep of liquidity right here. This sweep. All right. I didn't want that. Let me get the trend line. Trend line, trend line, trend line. Okay, here we go. All right, here we go. So I saw a sweep here. So I saw we pushed up here. This was my indication that we wanted to go up more and not down just yet. All right. So keep this in mind. Keep not this push up here. This push up is not quite as aggressive. Okay. This push up here broke structure here. All right. So we had a structure break and you see some aggression. And I saw the aggression. I said, you know what? If we come down and sweep this liquidity on the 1 minute chart, I'm going to go in and I'm going to enter right here at this level. Okay, so that's where I put my first entry for the first mini. All right, and then I follow up with the second mini. All right, so that was this leg indicated to me that we weren't ready to go down just yet. Now I'm going to show you this similar thing that happened yesterday. So let's go here, and it might have been around the same time too. But let's go ahead and go to yesterday. Yesterday, right around. Okay, now take a look at this. Now, well, doesn't this look similar, everybody? Make this bigger so you can see it. All right, now this is yesterday. actually around the same time, believe it or not, just before London. So we're at 2:31 in the morning right now, 2:31 Eastern Standard Time. Everybody who's up right now with me, everybody who's tapping in right now. If you're not tapping in right now, I don't have lots of subscribers right now, so maybe no one's tapping in at all. Maybe I'm talking to myself. But when you do see this video, shout out to you if you are watching right now. But if you're not, thanks for watching later on. All right. Um, but I'm here in Colombia, so we're like 1 hour behind. So here in Colombia, I'm in Medellin. It's 1:31 a.m. For you guys on the East Coast in the States, 2:31 a.m. But here we go, right? This little push up here was nothing, but this push up from yesterday was the aggressive move to the upside, broke structure right here. And this blue area, if you're wondering what this is just a volume cluster from a few days ago. All right. So when I saw, again, aggressive push to the upside, and then it came down and swept this liquidity on the 1 minute. Look at that sweep. Let's make that bigger so you can check it out, check it out, check it out. Close this volume out so it's a little bit more. So it's the same thing, everybody. Push to the upside. We come down. We sweep this liquidity level right here on the 1 minute time frame. And look what happens. Boom. We push to the upside. And this was a nice push actually yesterday. Okay, today's push, it didn't follow through as much, but yesterday it kept going pretty nicely. Okay, so everybody, that is why I was able to take that trade and make the $437 with two minis, because the same thing showed up. And you'll see when it comes to these charts, the same thing shows up a lot. Okay, same thing shows up a lot. Now, I will say about this type of trade, you got trades that are, I'm not gonna say not scary trades, but like, you know, you're not. I didn't enter that trade using a fair value gap. I didn't wait for, it was an entry that I had confidence in because I saw something similar the day before. Now, let's say if I would have waited for a fair value gap or waited for the push. Okay, so now let's go back. So this is yesterday. So you see this example, right? Same exact thing. Let's go back to today, Asian session. Same thing, right? Okay, now let's just say if I would have waited until this candle showed up. So this candle broke some structure here and was an aggressive 1 minute candle. And what if I would have got in right here instead of right here, right? Strong push up right here, two candles. Then let's say if I would have gotten in here, that would have put me in at 24,175. Okay, and I would have been in, it would have been okay, but I got in down here at 162. So I got in 13 points earlier. So that's why sometimes, you can wait for the push to the up, a push and then enter. Or if you have some conviction, you can jump in earlier and catch a bigger move. All right, so you guys, you see the same thing happen. And this is a play that you can look for. You can look for this. But just be careful because it could continue to flush. But you need to make sure you have some confirmation and some conviction that the move is going to go. All right. So now New York session, I will probably not trade New York because we don't want to be greedy. We don't want to overtrade. So we've got a nice hit here in the Asian session. New York, I'll be looking. I'll be watching tomorrow. May go live tomorrow too. for the New York session just to kind of go over what I'm seeing, but I don't feel like I'm going to trade. Now today, let's just see what may happen. So now let's jump to the 5 minute chart. So I feel like these lows, these are the lows that I was targeting earlier with those. I mentioned those micros that I got in. So I was targeting these lows here, and I got in for the micros right around here. So I'm like, yeah, we're pushing down, and then this is the rebound that messed me up. This rebound right here, I was in micros. I was in about 200 micros, so basically 2 minis, but I kind of like got in little by little. And I'm telling you, man, this thing came down and bounced up. So I had to take that $77, $70, or whatever it was. All right, but I was looking for us to flush down to snatch these lows. We got some liquidity right below these levels from yesterday, but we didn't. But now it looks like it may want to come down and take these lows. So I'm sure at some point during this London session, we are going to come down to this box and take them out. If not in London, I'm pretty sure that in the New York session, it's gonna happen. All right, so here we go. So yeah, everybody, that is. Let's see what else we have here. Because yesterday we had a nice push to the upside, strong push. So, but yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it's gonna happen. Take some lows out. But I'm done, you guys. Just want to explain the two entries. Um, Here, this line is yesterday's point of control and a weekly point of control. So if we break down here, maybe we'll come back up and retest it and head down to flush. Who knows? But that's it for me, everybody. I'm going to end the stream because I do believe I'm talking to myself right now. But when you catch this live video, drop a comment. Just let me know what you think. Shoot me a message at High Def Jones on IG. Follow me there, and I'm going to be doing these live streams. As long as this internet holds up, I'll be doing these live streams each day. All right, everybody. So happy trading, and I will catch you possibly in the New York session.